Attention wrestling fans, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka what kind of snatch you want, cause I got plenty going around. This is my WWE Raw review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end, while I give you guys a full breakdown of my review, not the after my review. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for my wrestling content I do on the channel. Follow my social media down below in the description, and go check out my WWE SmackDown review and highlights that I post on the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE Raw was a B- show for what it was, but the worst segment of the night goes to Goldberg and Gunther. That's all I gotta say. Now, WWE Raw was live from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Rush Center. Commentary tonight were Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Then now forever together, the WWE video leads us into the show. The WWE drone shows us an overhead view of the Green Bay, Wisconsin. Monday Night Raw is live from Title Town. Pre-show arrivals. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther is shown arriving with a smile on his face. Bailey with purple hair is shown arriving. Stephanie McCurry is shown talking on her phone earlier today. Main event Jey Uso is shown entering the rest center. He'll be in a King of the Ring final round fatal four-way match later tonight. Alright. So we get Liv Morgan addresses her attack on Nikki Bella. And this segment right here, this was a decent segment to open up the show. Liv Morgan welcomes everyone to Monday Night Morgan. She asks the crowd to make some noise for the most gorgeous, um, gorgeous man in WWE and the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, Dominic Mysterio. The crowd boos Dominic Mysterio as he flexes. Dominic Mysterio takes the microphone and starts to speak, but the crowd starts to boo him. Dominic Mysterio says tonight is not about him, it's about Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan says respect is what she's here to talk about. Everyone needs to remind that this is her division. When you talk about her division, you talk about Liv Morgan. Nikki Bella had to learn the hard way. Now Nikki Bella is sitting at home watching her television. What's worse is Io Scott telling Nikki Bella that she paved the way from them all. No one paved Liv Morgan's way, especially Nikki Bella. Liv Morgan paved her own way. She's the first and only four-time women's tag team champion. That makes her the greatest women tag team champion of all time. Liv Morgan smiles and physically looks into the camera. Liv Morgan says she's not asking for respect anymore. She's demanding it. She also demanded the rematch she never got for the Women's World Championship. So, Women's World Champion Io Sky heads to the ring with a big smile on her face. Io Sky gets in the ring and sneers at Liv Morgan. A loud Io Sky chant picks up. Io Sky tells Liv Morgan to do everyone a favor and shut her mouth. All Liv Morgan does is whine and show disrespect. Io Sky then shouts at her in Japanese. Liv Morgan disrespecting Nikki Bella and Io Sky. If Liv Morgan wants to fight her, she's right here. Liv Morgan says she wants to fight Io Sky, but only for the championship. If Io Sky is scared to fight her because Liv Morgan has beaten her more than any other woman in the division, she can just hand her the title. Il Scott says if Liv Morgan wants the title, she can come. She has to earn it. She 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 can't just steal it like Liv Morgan stole Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio starts to speak, but the crowd loudly boos him. Dominic Mysterio tells Il Scott to give Liv Morgan what she wants, like she does every day. Lil Morgan says she'll take the title now. Il Scott says Lil Morgan can have the title and tosses it to her. Il Scott then drop kicks Lil Morgan down and kicks her in the head. Il Scott then kicks Dominic Mysterio in the head, knocking them both out of the ring. Lil Morgan and Dominic Mysterio retreats from the ring, and Il Scott celebrates. This was a DC segment to kick off the show. Decent opener to WWE Raw. I'm not particularly looking forward to Liv Morgan versus Nikki Bella, but Liv Morgan versus Io Sky could be good, which is I agree with that. After a tremendous match at WrestleMania, Io Sky has rarely done anything since it's been over a month since she had a televised match. So you made Io Sky do backstage segments, but it's crazy, man. But let's move on. But that was a decent segment to start the show. Later tonight, Sheamus, Rusev, Big Bronson Reed, and main event Jey Uso in the King of the Ring first round fatal 4-way match. Stephanie Akira makes her entrance. We'll have we'll have a Queen of the Ring first round fatal 4-way match next. So we go to commercial break. WWE SummerSlam is going to be 2 nights of the first time ever on August 2nd and August 3rd. Now, gorilla position segment. Lil Morgan walks up to Wakara Rodriguez, who is stretching. Lil Morgan tells Wakara Rodriguez to go out there and win. Afterwards, they'll take care of Kairi Sane and Io Sky. Io Sky says, "Got it." Wakara Rodriguez says, "Got it." Replay last week on Raw. Roxanne Perez stole a win in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Now I can say this though, Stephanie McCure entrance, beautiful. I love Stephanie McCure's entrance. That's all I gotta say. So we get the first match. So we get Queen of the Ring tournament. First round fatal four way match. Stephanie Mercure versus Ivy Nine versus WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Raquel Rodriguez and Asuka. And I might as well say this match right here, this was a very good match. This was a very good match. This is Asuka's first match back since May 4, 2024 at WWE Backlash France, one day before my youngest daughter was born. The bell rings and every night goes out to Stephanie McCure while Raquel Rodriguez goes out to Asuka. Asuka and Stephanie McCure quickly team up to take out Raquel Rodriguez with a double super kick. Asuka shouts around the ring a bit. The crowd chants, "Welcome back." It was welcome back. Asuka and Stephanie McCure lock up. Stephanie McCure takes her down for a 1 count. Asuka then takes her down for a 1 count. Arena attacks Stephanie McCure and tries to roll Raquel Rodriguez up, but Raquel Rodriguez swats her away. Raquel Rodriguez then launches Stephanie McCure with a release powerbomb into Asuka and Arena. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Stephanie Mercury hits a head scissors into a roll up for a 2 count. Stephanie Mercury hits Ivory Knight with a snap suplex before hitting Raquel Rodriguez with eat defeat. Asuka runs in, but Stephanie Mercury kicks her back. Stephanie Mercury hits Raquel Rodriguez with a running Miura in the corner. Asuka goes to boost Stephanie Mercury back, but Stephanie Mercury catches her and hits a dragon screw off the ropes. Stephanie Mercury then takes Ivory Knight down with a back suplex before grabbing her by the hair. The crowd comes to their feet and Stephanie Mercury hits Ivory Knight with the devil's kiss. Raquel Rodriguez breaks it up with a kick to the ribs. Stephanie Mercury gets out of a vertical suplex from Raquel Rodriguez and hits a snapmare. Stephanie Mercury then attempts the devil's kiss on Raquel Rodriguez, but Raquel Rodriguez powers her up on her shoulders and big boosts Asuka down. Stephanie Mercury managed to pull Raquel Rodriguez over the top rope before powering her onto the apron and doing the devil's kiss. Stephanie Mercury follows up with a springboard crossbody block on Raquel Rodriguez. Asuka grabs Stephanie Mercury for an Asuka lock, but Stephanie Mercury backs her to the corner. Avina runs her over with kicks. Stephanie Mercury Mercury in the face before attacking Asuka in the corner. Avina sends Asuka into the ropes, but she lowers her head and eats a kick. Asuka hits Raquel Rodriguez with a hip attack to knock her off the apron. Avina quickly rolls Asuka up for a 2 count. Avina follows up with a bridging German suplex for another 2 count on the Empress of Tomorrow. So we go to commercial break. We return from break to see a Tower of Doom spot. Raquel Rodriguez has Ivory in the Stephanie Mercury on her shoulders, and Asuka takes them all out with a missile dropkick. Asuka goes back and forth, kicking away at Stephanie Mercury and Ivory. Asuka kicks Ivory head before attacking Raquel Rodriguez with slaps and kicks. Asuka kicks Raquel Rodriguez down in the corner before grabbing Ivory. Asuka knees Ivory in the face and covers, but Stephanie Mercury pulls Asuka off. Stephanie Mercury and Asuka lock eyes, and the crowd starts to buzz. Stephanie Mercury forearms Asuka before having a whip reverse. Asuka absorbs a shoulder tackle. They trade strikes, and Asuka isn't hurt by them. Stephanie Mercury headbutts away at Asuka and hits the ropes, but Asuka follows her in and elbows her. Asuka hits the ropes, but Stephanie Mercury follows her with a knee to the midsection. Stephanie Mercury connects with a vertical suplex on Asuka and signs her up. Asuka charged, but Stephanie Mercury rolls away and hits a dropkick. Stephanie Mercury connects with a double underhook gut buster. Stephanie Mercury's knee is hurt, so she takes a moment to hold it before covering. Ari9 breaks up the pin and knocks Stephanie Mercury away. Ari9 slams Asuka and covers, but Stephanie Mercury breaks it up. Stephanie Mercury sets up for a SBB, but Ari9 fights it. Stephanie Mercury kicks Ari9 out of the ring. McCraw Rodriguez boosts Stephanie Mercury down and connects with a Tanja bomb. 1-2. Rhea Ripley pulls McCraw Rodriguez out of the ring. Rhea Ripley waves at Raquel Rodriguez and hits a riptide on the floor. Rhea Ripley sends Raquel Rodriguez into the ring. Asuka then hits the Empress Impact, a basement hip attack for the win. The winner by pinfall, Asuka. This was a very good Fatal 4-Way match. Asuka will battle Alexa Bliss and King of the Ring. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Asuka will battle Alexis in the Queen of the Ring semifinal match this Friday on SmackDown. Now I believe it's between Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Who wants some more? It's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. But this was a good Fatal 4-Way match. All right, Kathy Kelly gets in the ring with Asuka. Kathy Kelly mentions this is Asuka's first match in over a year. What's the plan for her? Asuka says the fire don't die. It's still alive. Asuka says she will be the queen of the ring. No one is ready for Asuka. A strong Fatal 4-Way match. Great to see Asuka back. I can't believe she was gone for 13 months. It looks like she don't miss a step. Man, Asuka versus Io Sky somewhere down the line. I'm ready. I'm already thinking ahead. Asuka is a game changer. I would love to see Io Sky versus Asuka. Take my money to see that match. All right. Video package. Gunther defeated Jey Uso to win the World Heavyweight Championship last week on Raw. Backstage segment. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther is walking backstage. We're hearing from him next. Commercial break. The commentators talk about Fantastic Fest. Alright, so we get the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Finn Balor and JD Madonna, WWE Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Roxanne Perez, and WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Ricardo Rodriguez. Ricardo Rodriguez are in the clubhouse. Ricardo Rodriguez has an ice pack on her neck. Where WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan walks in and wants to talk strategy with Ricardo Rodriguez for Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Ricardo Rodriguez says medical hasn't cleared her. Liv Morgan walks off and says she'll handle it herself. Dominic Mysterio goes to run after her, but JD Madonna stops him and asks why he's facing AJ Styles. Dominic Mysterio says AJ Styles has been breathing down his neck, so he wants JD Madonna to handle him. Finn Balor says he'll be with him. Dominic Mysterio says Finn Balor was supposed to handle AJ Styles weeks ago. Dominic Mysterio tells him to stay back and hold down the fort. Finn Balor isn't happy, but then he says Dominic Mysterio is right. Finn Balor then tells Dominic Mysterio to watch JD Madonna's back and make sure everything goes smoothly. Dominic Mysterio and JD Madonna walks off. Finn Balor then tells Raquel Rodriguez she's doing great. Roxanne Perez walks up to him and Finn Balor says he has an idea for her. Raquel Rodriguez looks skeptical. Alright. So we get the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther addresses winning the title back. And this was the worst segment of the night between Gunther and Goldberg. Now you know WWE is going to make Gunther drop the title to Goldberg within 5 minutes at Saturday night's main event July 12th. Watch I tell you. Because Goldberg's going to do 3 moves on Gunther. Spear, jackknife, 1, 2, 3. Simple. In 5 minutes at Saturday night's main event on July 12th. Watch I tell you. All right. World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther, fresh off a victory to win the title from Jey Uso last week on Raw, heads to the ring. Gunther shows off the title and kisses it in the ring. Gunther poses with the title as protagonist goes off. The crowd boos the new champion, but Gunther smiles. Gunther says he's man enough to admit that Jey Uso was the better man at WrestleMania for one night. On every other night, Gunther is untouchable. Gunther has heard the chatter about what's next for him. A Goldberg chant picks up. Gunther says he's learned his lesson when he cuss him out in front of his family. Gunther doesn't care about rumors. The reality is that Seth Rollins holds the Money in the Bank contract. Gunther has what Seth Rollins once a few weeks ago. Seth Rollins told him he told him that he's a target when he wins back his World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther says he'll make it easy for Seth Rollins. He is right here. Goldberg music hits. He said Goldberg he submits to a huge reaction. My eyes starting to roll back in my head when I saw Goldberg. The 58-year-old WWE Hall of Famer makes his way to the ring as the crowd chants his name. Goldberg thanks the crowd and says he's here to celebrate Gunther's winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Goldberg wants to congratulate him and puts a note tonight to say he was proud for him. Before he leaves a few months ago, Gunther started something with him and his family in Atlanta, Georgia. Goldberg is going to make sure that he ends, ends it at Atlanta, Georgia. Goldberg says July the 12th, Saturday, night of champions. You're mine because you're next. Gunther is attacked and Gunther is shocked and quickly leaves the ring as the crowd chants Goldberg's name. Goldberg pose on the turnbuckles. So they're gonna do this at Night of Champion. They're gonna do this at Saturday Night's Main Event. Um, and I got an issue with this, man. Where what does what has Goldberg done to earn a World Heavyweight Championship? Absolutely, positively, 100% nothing. WWE is here to build up new talent, not bring back old timers. Goldberg is 58 years old. He's an old timer. And I got a bad feeling that Gunther's going to drop the World Heavyweight Championship to Goldberg in 5 minutes at Saturday night's main event on July 12th. Goldberg's going to do three moves on Gunther: spear, jackknife, 1, 2, 3. I guarantee you. And I'm going to call it straight down the middle. If that happens, I'm going to do that review itself, and I'm going to absolutely crash out and spaz out at the same time. But WWE is here to build up new stars, not bring back old timers. That is facts by itself. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. But this was the worst segment of the night between Goldberg and Gunther. And to top it off, they should have booked AJ Styles versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now that match itself will be way better than Gunther versus Goldberg. Facts. Facts. Let me know down below in the comment section. How would you feel that if we would have gotten AJ Styles versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship instead of Gunther versus Goldberg? Which match would be way better? AJ Styles and Gunther or Goldberg versus Gunther? Sound off down below in the comment section. In my honest opinion, AJ Styles versus Gunther for World Heavyweight Champion, sign me up to see that match. And you know I'm speaking facts. That's all I gotta say. But this was the worst segment of the night between Gunther and Goldberg. And Goldberg doesn't even need a world title. He doesn't even need it. But it is what it is. But that match is happening at Saturday at July 12th at Saturday night's main event when Gunther's going to drop the title to Goldberg. Watch I tell you. And I'm going to call it straight down the middle. Well, the rumor were indeed true. The worst kept secret is Goldberg is officially going to battle Gunther at Saturday night's main event. It will most likely be the final match in Bill Goldberg's career. I'm interested to see how the 58-year-old holds up against Gunther. # WWE Raw. And I don't even gonna care about that match. You know WWE's gonna, you know that WWE's gonna make Gunther drop the title to Goldberg. It is what it is, man. But I don't want to see Goldberg as champion because Goldberg is 58 years old and he doesn't even need a world title. And I'm just speaking facts by itself. But what did Goldberg do to deserve to be? What did Goldberg do to deserve to get that World Heavyweight Championship? Absolutely, positively nothing. He doesn't even Goldberg doesn't even need a world title, and that doesn't even make any sense. WWE is here to build up new talent, not bring back old timers. Goldberg is 58 years old, and he doesn't even need a world championship. Let me know how you feel about Goldberg in the comment section. I'm just speaking facts, man. That's all I gotta say. All right, let me continue. Because guess what? If this was roles in reverse, AJ Styles versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship would be way better than Gunther versus Goldberg. Facts. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, let me continue. Coming up next, the phenomenal AJ Styles will battle JD Madonna in a match presented by Cash App. Commercial break. Replay. Moments ago, Goldberg returns to challenge Gunther to a match at Saturday night's main event. It's official. Gunther will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Goldberg at Saturday night's main event. Let's move on. So we get JD Madonna accompanied by the WWE Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. And this match right here, I ain't even gonna lie, this was a decent match. They lock up and AJ Styles backs him to the corner. JD Madonna pulls the hair and turns him around. AJ Styles quickly hits a headlock takeover. JD Madonna fights up and puts AJ Styles in a side headlock. AJ Styles whips him off, but JD Madonna shoulder tackles him. AJ Styles quickly takes him down and applies a headlock. JD Madonna fights up and whips him off, but AJ Styles hits a sunset flip for a 2 count. They trade pins before AJ Styles hits an arm drag. JD Madonna applies a head scissors, but AJ Styles flips out. They bridge up into a backslide, but AJ Styles attempts a Styles clash. JD Madonna scatters away. JD Madonna quickly turns AJ Styles around and stomps him down before taunting the crowd. JD Madonna chops AJ Styles before sending him into the ropes for a hip toss attempt. AJ Styles counters into a calf crusher. JD Madonna tries to get into the ropes, but AJ Styles rolls him into the ring. Dominic Mysterio quickly pulls AJ Styles out of the ring. AJ Styles chases Dirty Dominic Mysterio around the ring. JD Madonna then dives over the barricade and clotheslines AJ Styles down. So we go to commercial break. We return from the break to see JD Madonna pulls AJ Styles down by the hair. JD Madonna stands on the hair and pulls AJ Styles up. AJ Styles soon fights back and connects with a vicious strike combo, followed by a basement flying forearm. AJ Styles hits a corner clothesline followed by your grocery for a near fall. AJ Styles sets up for a Styles clash, but JD Madonna gets out and headbutts him. JD Madonna connects with a brainbuster for a near fall. JD Madonna gets AJ Styles in the corner and pulls him on the top rope. JD Madonna starts to climb the ropes, but AJ Styles punches him down. JD Madonna stunts him with a right hand and climbs, but AJ Styles knocks him down again. AJ Styles positions himself before leaping down to go after Dominic Mysterio, who is on the apron. JD Madonna sets up for a slam, but AJ Styles gets out of it. AJ Styles connects with a Styles clash and points at Dominic Mysterio as the referee counts the pin. The winner by pinfall, AJ Styles. This was a decent match between AJ Styles and JD Madonna. Decent match. Dominic Mysterio runs in to hit AJ Styles with the belt, but AJ Styles moves. AJ Styles then hits an overhead kick and sets up for a phenomenal forearm, but Finn Balor runs down to save Dominic Mysterio. AJ Styles picks up the Intercontinental Championship and pulls with it. The Judgment Day charged the ring, but AJ Styles escapes with the title. And I believe that AJ Styles is going to take the Intercontinental Championship off of Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So that's all I gotta say. That's just my opinion. I'm going to stand on it. Decent match with AJ Styles going over JD Madonna. I'm looking forward to AJ Styles battling Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Hashtag WWE Raw. Backstage segment. Sheamus is warming up Warming up when Natalia, Maxine Dupree, and Akira Cesaro walk in. Sheamus says he's going to bully the bull Rusev. Akira Tozawa shouts, Sheamus, kick his you know what. Sheamus fist bumps him. Backstage segment. Bayley is walking backstage when she passed World Tag Team Champion. The New Day, the World Tag Team Champions, the New Day trying to mayday a fight between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So we go to commercial break. Evan Williams of the Green Bay Packers is at ringside. So we get Bayley addresses her attack on Becky Lynch, and this segment right here, I ain't gonna lie, this was a pretty good segment by Bayley. So I believe that Bayley is going to take the title off of Becky Lynch. All right, let me go over this segment right quick. Bailey makes her entrance and says, "Ding dong, Green Bay." She says it's amazing to be back and that she missed everyone so much. A Let's Go Bailey chant picks up. Bailey wants to make sure Michael Cole heard it. Everyone knows the quote that you don't know what you have until it's gone. When Bailey steps into the ring, she doesn't take it for granted. She loves in the opportunity to stand before the people, and what she was born to do. It was she put her heart and soul into every night. The 2 months ago, she was stripped of an opportunity. She was robbed of a WrestleMania match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, a division she holds near and dear to her heart, which is I agree with that. Luckily, Bailey doesn't come here for one night. She doesn't do it for the big moment or the title. She does it for nights like tonight and people like those in the crowd. A Bailey chant picks up. If Becky Lynch if Becky Lynch thinks taking her out of WrestleMania hurts her, she's wrong. It made her better and stronger. She may have said in the past how much Becky Lynch has been a chip on her shoulders, and that's it. That she is always to step ahead. Bailey is focused on taking everything away from her. Bailey calls Becky Lynch out. Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch heads to the ring, and Chicago Bear appear. The crowd chants, "The Bears still suck." Bakelin says the Bears beat Green Bay last time. Bakelin says Bailey accepts being second fiddle, where she doesn't, where she doesn't much like the Packers. Bailey will rather have a group of friends than a legacy. Bakelin wants her legacy more than fake, you know what friends. Bailey says she has a legacy, and is a future Hall of Famer. Bailey doesn't mind helping those who need it. Becky Lynch mocks her and says she used to fight for the people, but they stopped fighting for her. The people stopped fighting for Bailey too when Becky Lynch took her spot at WrestleMania. No one gave a you know what about Bailey. Bailey says Becky Lynch sounds like an idiot, not like an idiot. Bailey says Becky Lynch is insecure. Becky Lynch was so worried about what people would think after a year away that she took Bailey out of to be a surprise. Bailey mentions that Becky Lynch then attacked Lyra Kira the next night because she was scared. Becky Lynch says they cheered that too. Bailey asks if Becky Lynch remembered what it is like to scratch and crawl for a title, or is her head too far up her you know what. Becky Lynch says she doesn't remember. She then asks Bailey if she remembers what's gold feels like. Becky Lynch is leaning against the ropes. So Bailey tells her to step up to her. Becky Lynch says if Bailey wants a match, she can have it, except not for the title. Becky Lynch says, "I'll see you in Columbus." Becky Lynch swings at her, but Bailey knocks her out of the ring. Becky Lynch is furious as she backs up the Elseway. That was a pretty good promo by Bailey and Becky Lynch. But I would love to see Becky Lynch drop the title to Bailey. And that's all I gotta say. All right, Not a bad promo battle with Becky Lynch and Bayley. Becky Lynch made some really solid points there. The crowd didn't care about Bayley at WrestleMania. Hashtag WWE Raw. In the locker room interview, Captain Kelly asked Jey Uso about losing the title. Jey Uso says he's got Gunther's respect when he beat him at WrestleMania 41. Then WrestleMania 41. Then Gunther got Jey Uso respect last week. They tied. If he has to win King of the Ring to get another title shot, then you can say less. Hashtag not hashtag geeked. Kairi Sane makes her way to the ring. She'll battle Liv Morgan next. Commercial break. The commentaries promote Fantastic Fest again. So we go to commercial break. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis is backstage when AJ Styles walks up to him. AJ Styles gives the Intercontinental Championship to him. Nick Aldis says he'll get it back to Dirty Dominic Mysterio eventually. Nick Aldis then says AJ Styles will have a chance to win the title permanently at Night of Champions. AJ Styles is happy and walks off. Bayley walks up. Nick Aldis says Becky Lynch took a title shot from her, so Becky Lynch owns her one. Next week, Bayley will battle Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Bayley is happy. She starts to walk when she bumps into Lyra Kira. Bayley apologizes for not getting back to her, but it was a rough 2 months. Now she's doing what's best for her. Lyra Kira says when Bayley wins the title, she'll also do what's best for her. Alright, so we get Kairi Sane versus WWE Women's. I'm sorry, so we get Kairi Sane versus one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Liv Morgan. Now, I do not know why Kairi Sane is getting hate on social media. Maybe she injured Zoe Starks and Liv Morgan. Now, Liv Morgan got injured by she dislocated her shoulder. That's what I heard about it. It was all on social media. But this match right here, this was an awful match. Awful match. And that's all I gotta say. The Barbarians Kairi Sane quickly takes her down with a dragon screw. Liv Morgan immediately gets out of the ring and grabs her shoulder in pain. The ringside doctor checks on Liv Morgan. So we go to commercial break. Replay showed that quickly front bump Liv Morgan took that injured her right arm. That match was called off and award to Kairi Sane. That was a awful that was a god awful match. Awful freak accident for Liv Morgan there. That front bump off the takedown is a basic as it gets, but it shows how anything can happen anytime. That remind me of John Cena tearing his pec on his hip toss. Sometimes the simplest move can lead to cash rages. I hope she's okay. And I wish Liv Morgan a speedy recovery. This was the worst time to get injured. Just like um just like Zoe Starks got injured. And that's all I gotta say, man. But I wish Liv Morgan nothing but speedy recovery. So she's gonna be out in 2 weeks. And that's all I gotta say. But she dislocated her shoulder. But it is what it is. So now what we're gonna do about Nikki Bella? So now what we're gonna do about Nikki Bella's match since Liv Morgan is injured? So what's next for Nikki Bella? I don't know, but we have to wait and see. Video package last Monday on Raw. CM Punk challenged John Cena to a title match that will take place at Night of Champions. They had another confrontation on SmackDown, which is CM Punk cooked John Cena. This Friday on SmackDown, undisputed WWE champion will battle R-Truth as Ron Killings. Now, Ron Killings was standing on business against John Cena. So Ron Killings attacked John Cena twice on SmackDown. Won that Money in the Bank and twice on SmackDown. That's all I gotta say. Michael Cole announces that Liv Morgan suffered a dislocated shoulder in the match. Backstage interview. Kathy Kelly is with Sami Zayn. She asks Sami Zayn about facing Randy Orton this Friday on SmackDown. Sami Zayn says he talks about the World Heavyweight Championship so much and now the opportunity is here. The time feels different. Karen Cross walks up and the crowd cheers. Karen Cross says Sami Zayn is insane person who is repeating the same thing over and over. This Friday, Sami Zayn will face a guy who knows how to win. Randy Orton. Sami Zayn will lose while Randy Orton goes on to be a 15-time world champion. Sami Zayn will stay at 0. Sami Zayn says he thinks Karen Cross is a coward. Karen Cross hides in the shadows and talks to riddles. Karen Cross doesn't fight because maybe he can back it up. Sami Zayn has lost and had the courage to pick himself up. Can Karen Cross say the same? Sami Zayn is done listening to Karen Cross talk. King of the Ring is pure is purity. The second that is done, he's going to Adam Pearce. They have their match once and for all. Karen Cross says it's about time. Karen Cross walks off. And can you just imagine Sami Zayn beat Karen Cross? Can you just imagine? Not only that, can you imagine Karen Cross take the title? No, sorry, not this. I'm sorry. Can you imagine Sami Zayn taking the title off of Gunther and then have Seth Rollins cashes in on Sami Zayn at SummerSlam? Now that right there will piss off the fans, man. But it is what it is, man. That was just a suggestion, but anything can happen at SummerSlam. But anyway, let me it says arena concurs. Main event Jey Uso is with a bunch of fired up fans. He then makes his entrance through the crowd. The main event is next, so we go to commercial break. Next week on Raw from Columbus, Ohio, Women's Intercontinental Championship Becky Lynch versus Bayley, Queen of the Ring semi-final match, Jade Cargill versus Roxanne Perez. I believe that maybe Roxanne Perez might go over Jade Cargill, but I could be wrong by saying that Jade Cargill might go over Roxanne Perez. But that match itself next week is going to speak for itself. All right, King of the Ring semi-final match: Cody Rhodes versus the winner of tonight's main event. And I believe that Cody Rhodes is going to bury Jey Uso. So we're going to get Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in the finals. I guarantee you. All right. It says right here. Replay last week on Raw. LA Knight attacked Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed then attack him on SmackDown. So we get the main event of the evening. King of the Ring tournament first round fatal 4-way match. Main event Jey Uso versus Rusev versus Sheamus versus Big Bronson Reed, accompanied by Paul Heyman. And this main event right here, this was a really good main event match. Alright, it says the bell rings and Bronson Reed goes out to Sheamus. Rusev takes Jey Uso down. Bronson Reed knocks Sheamus out of the ring, but Sheamus punches him in the legs, and as he exits the ring, Bronson Reed quickly sends Sheamus into the ring post and the lead barricade. In the ring, Rusev is taking it to Jey Uso. Rusev punches Jey Uso's tape rib. With tape ribs, Jey Uso quickly pulls the top rope down to get him out of the way. Get him out of the ring. Rusev pops up and punches him back. Bronson Reed pulls Rusev down. They trade punches at ringside. Rusev then reverse a whip into the steps. Jey Uso then takes Rusev out with a suicide dive. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Bronson Reed is attacking Jey Uso. Jey Uso gets away and punches him a few times. Jey Uso kicks and uppercuts him before hitting a step-up enziguri. That knocks him out of the ring. Sheamus gets in the ring, but Jey Uso super kicks him out. Jey Uso lays in 2 super kicks to Rusev before hitting the ropes, but Rusev clotheslines him down. At ringside, Bronson Reed and Sheamus are going at it. Sheamus sends him into the ring post before charging, but Bronson Reed gives him a back body drop in the crowd. Sheamus quickly rises and grabs Bronson Reed over the barricade for the 10 beats of the battle, but he keeps going for 20. Jey Uso super kicks Sheamus, covering over the barricade. Bronson Reed charged Jey Uso, but Jey Uso sidesteps him, driving him into the barricade. Jey Uso charged, but Rusev avalanches him at ringside. Rusev lets out the promo scream. Rusev enters the ring and squares off with his old rival Sheamus. Michael Cole says Sheamus has never defeated Rusev in a match. A Rusev Day chant picks up. Rusev and Sheamus exchange heavy blows in the ring. Sheamus knocks Rusev back and sends him into the ropes. Rusev ducks a clothesline and connects with a spin kick. Rusev charged, but Sheamus boosts him back. Rusev charged again, but Sheamus hits him with a to-the-world power slam. Sheamus and Russo exchange blows from their knees. These are the stiff shots. Bronson Reed then runs them both over. Russo and Sheamus continues to go at it, so Bronson Reed crushes them with the avalanche in the corner. Jey Uso boosts Big Bronson Reed back and leaps for a crossbody block, but Bronson Reed catches him. Bronson Reed holds Jey Uso up and hits a world's strongest slam. Jey Uso grabs his injured ribs and in pain. So we go to commercial break. We're back from the final break of the evening. Rusev is recovering from being sent over the commentary table. The commentators had him laying in their laps. In the ring. Well, in the ring, Sheamus and Jey Uso are exchanging right hands. Sheamus dumps him on the apron and goes for a 10-beat of the veteran, but Jey Uso fights him off. Jey Uso kicks Sheamus back in charge, but Sheamus crushes him with an Irish curse backbreaker. Bronson Reed runs in and headbutts Sheamus in the chest. Bronson Reed sets up end of for the end of Sheamus, lifts him and hits a massive white noise. 1-2. Bronson Reed kicks out. Rusev runs in and slams Sheamus into Bronson Reed. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Jey Uso starts throwing super kicks at everyone. Russo blocks one and kicks Jey Uso in the back of the head. Russo stomps Jey Uso's injured ribs and applies the accolade. Russo changes it up. Russo and Bronson Reed with a pump knee to the jaw. Sheamus hits Russo with a bro kick 1-2. Bronson Reed breaks it up with a senton splash. Bronson Reed goes to the top rope and hits Sheamus with a tsunami. 1-2. Jey Uso breaks it up. Jey Uso soon hits the ropes and hits Bronson Reed with a spear. Jey Uso goes to the top rope, but Braun Breaker pushes him down. Sami Zayn then runs down to ringside and attacks Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker tries to cut him off, but Sami Zayn sends him into the ring post. Sami Zayn goes for the haluva kick, but Braun Breaker catches him with a military press over him over the commentary table. All of a sudden, Penta takes Braun Breaker out with a somersault senton. In the ring, Bronson Reed hits Jey Uso with a Death Valley driver. Bronson Reed heads to the top rope, but LA Knight runs in and pushes him down to the canvas. Jey Uso super kicks Bronson Reed and takes him out with a spear. Jey Uso heads to the top rope and hits Bronson Reed with the Uso splash. In the back, Jey Uso goes back up top and hits a second Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. All right, the winner by pinfall. Main event Jey Uso. This was a really good Fatal 4-Way match right here. Now that Jey Uso won, he's facing Cody Rhodes, which is Cody Rhodes is going to go over Jey Uso. Alright, Jey Uso will battle Cody Rhodes next week on Raw and the King of the Ring semifinals. Jey Uso is clutching his knee on the canvas. Seth Rollins' music hits. Seth Rollins' music hits, and he comes out in a regular suit. Seth Rollins charges down to ringside and hands his appeal to Paul Heyman. Before Seth Rollins can attack, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes runs down for the save. The crowd loudly sings Cody Rhodes' theme song. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins both bitter enemies stare at each other. Seth Rollins soon leaves the ring to allow boost. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso then turns and looks at each other. They shake hands as they show hands, but they will do battle on this same show next week. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins moment, it doesn't even, we don't even need that. We don't even need Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes moment. We doesn't need that. That wasn't needed by itself, and that's all I gotta say. A really good main event match. Lots of lots of shenanigans at the end, which I unanticipate, but I did not anticipate Bronson Reed taking the pin here. They really need to keep that guy as a killer. Lots of action in this, and they picked up at rather mundane episode. Hashtag WWE Raw. All right, all right, and it says quick match results. Asuka defeated Stephanie Akira, Ari9, and WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Raquel Rodriguez in the Queen of the Ring first round and Fatal 4-Way match. AJ Styles defeated JD Madonna, which is a good match. Kairi Sane defeated WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan at referee style page. So Liv Morgan dislocated her shoulder, so she's gonna be out for 2 weeks. Main event: Jey Uso defeated Rusev, Sheamus, and Big Bronson Reed in King of the Ring first round Fatal 4-Way match. And then you got Gunther and Goldberg cutting a promo in the ring. And that was the worst segment of the night between Gunther and Goldberg, and that's all I gotta say. And WWE Raw goes off the air. Alright, let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE Raw. And I'm gonna be honest. Now, let me give my honest opinion. Now, WWE Raw was a B minus show for what it was. But like I said, Goldberg does not need a world heavyweight championship. What did Goldberg do to deserve a shot at the world heavyweight championship? Absolutely, positively, 100% nothing. All Goldberg did was walk straight into the ring, walk inside the ring. Looked like he was out of breath or something. But like I said, WWE is planning to have Gunther drop the title to Goldberg at Saturday night's main event on July 12th. Goldberg is going to do 3 simple moves: spear, jackknife, and 1, 2, 3. Let me say this again. Goldberg's going to do 3 moves. Number 1, spear. Number 2, jackknife hammer, and number 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's it. But if Goldberg becomes World Heavyweight Champion, I am going to crash out. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, WWE Raw was a B minus show for what it was, and that's all I gotta say from here. But if you guys enjoyed my WWE Raw review and highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way to the end, where I give you guys the full breakdown of my review of my review, not half my review. But like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more Western content that I do on the channel, because I'm on the road to 10K and a path to YouTube partner. So make sure you guys please run my videos for some watch hours, man. And I would gladly appreciate it. And I will see you guys live on YouTube for some. I will see you guys live on YouTube for some WWE NXT watch along reactions. So make sure you guys be there or be square. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And thank you guys so much for coming out to my stream for my for some retro gaming on Twitch, man. I had a good time, man. And help me get to affiliate on Twitch, man. And I need a 3 out of 4 just to get to affiliate by averaging 3 average viewers. So that's all I gotta say. But I need 4 out of 4 to get the path to affiliate, but I need y'all help. So make sure you guys give me a follow on Twitch. The link to my Twitch will be linked down below in the description. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch and also join my Discord, man. I'm trying to at least have 100 members on my Discord. So make sure you guys join my Discord. And that's all I gotta say. And I will put the link to my Discord down below in the description. And that's all I gotta say from here. Follow me on Twitter at Big Boy Snatch Johnny TV. I'm trying to get to 1K. Trying at least to get to 1K on Twitter as well. Follow me on Instagram at Big Boy Snatch Johnny TV. But I also put my Instagram link down below in the description to give me a follow, because I'm on the road to 10K as well. All right, enough of that. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And I'll see you guys tomorrow live on YouTube for some WWE NXT watch alongs live. and live and reactions. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And thank you guys so much for tuning in into my WWE Raw review on highs. As you can tell by the title, as you can tell by the title of the thumbnail as well too. Stay too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.